Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Body Composition Improvement Program. My name is Dale Collins from the Operational Support Team. Today, we're talking about dietary fat. For decades, many people were told that dietary fat is what makes you fat. Egg yolks should be avoided, butter was terrible, and fat-free foods were automatically healthier. In the 1980s and 90s, grocery stores were filled with low-fat and fat-free food products. But removing the fat did not automatically make foods healthier. In many products, fat was replaced with added sugars, refined starches, and other ingredients to improve taste and texture. Today, we understand that dietary fat is not something to fear. It is something to understand. By the end of this lesson, you should understand why fat is essential, the major types of dietary fat, which sources to emphasize or limit, how much fat you need, and how healthy fats can fit into a body composition plan. Before we focus on dietary fat, let's connect today's lesson to the overall BSIP framework. Our goal is not simply weight loss. Our goal is improved body composition, reducing body fat while preserving muscle, supporting performance, and improving your long-term health. During periods of moderate caloric restriction, which is what we're in now, every calorie matters. That does not mean eliminating fat. It means being intentional about where our calories come from. Think of calories as a budget. Protein helps preserve muscle, carbohydrates help fuel activity, and dietary fat supports several essential body functions. The goal is to make these nutrients work together in an eating pattern that is effective, practical, and sustainable. Let's begin with the biggest myth. Eating fat does not automatically make you fat. Body fat increases when we consistently consume more calories than our body can use over time. Those extra calories can come from fat, carbohydrates, protein, or any combination. Fat does deserve some portion awareness because it is very calorically dense. Protein and carbohydrate each provide 4 calories per gram, while fat provides 9 calories per gram. 1 tablespoon of olive oil contains about 120 calories. A handful of nuts can contain 170 to 200 calories, and an avocado may contain about 250 calories depending upon its size. While these foods can be very nutritious, calories still matter. Dietary fat is essential. It supports your hormone production. It helps the body absorb the fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. It contributes to normal brain structure and function, and it helps meals feel satisfying. Omega-3 fatty acids also play important roles in healthy cell membranes and the inflammatory process. And because fat slows stomach emptying, including some fat in a meal can help you stay satisfied for longer. The takeaway is simple. Dietary fat performs essential functions. The goal is not to eliminate it. The goal is to choose appropriate resources and portions. Unsaturated fats should make up the majority of the fat in most healthy eating patterns. There are two main categories: monounsaturated fats and polyunsaturated fats. Monounsaturated fats are found in foods such as olive oil, avocados, almonds, pecans, cashews, peanuts, and olives. Extra virgin olive oil is a cornerstone of the Mediterranean diet pattern and also provides plant compounds called polyphenols. A simple, practical example is salad dressing. Instead of automatically choosing a heavily processed creamy dressing, you might want to consider using extra virgin olive oil, balsamic vinegar, a little bit of lemon, garlic, and herbs. Now, polyunsaturated fats include omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Both are essential, meaning we need to obtain them from the foods we eat. Omega-3 sources include salmon, sardines, mackerel, herring, anchovies, walnuts, flaxseed, and chia seeds. Plant foods provide omega-3s, although conversion to biologically active forms found in fish is limited. This is one reason why fatty fish is commonly encouraged. Omega-6 fats are also important and occur in such foods as seeds, nuts, soybeans, corn oil, and canola oil. Rather than being obsessed with ratios, a practical strategy is to regularly include omega-3 rich foods. And remember, food first. Salmon provides omega-3 fats along with protein, vitamin D, selenium, and B vitamins. While supplements may fill a gap you're not getting in your normal dietary intake, they do not replace an overall healthy eating pattern. Saturated fat is where nutritional conversations often become confusing. Common sources include butter, cheese, whole milk, cream, fattier cuts of meat, processed meat, coconut oil, palm oil, ice cream, and some baked goods. Many of these foods can provide useful nutrients, which is why it's not helpful to label every food simply good or bad. Context matters. The concern is that diets high in saturated fat can raise your LDL cholesterol in many people. Cardiovascular risk, however, reflects a much larger picture that includes genetics, physical activity, body weight, fiber intake, blood pressure, smoking status, and overall dietary quality. The practical message is moderation rather than elimination. Eggs are a great example. They provide high-quality protein, choline, vitamin B12, selenium, and other nutrients. For most healthy individuals, dietary cholesterol has less influence on blood cholesterol than was once believed. For cooking, another approach is to use olive oil most of the time and butter occasionally. Now, on that note, you want to make sure you're not using extra virgin olive oil for high temperature cooking. Extra virgin olive oil is only used for dressings because it has a very low temperature flash point, which means if you use it for high temperature cooking, it will go up in smoke typically and tend to burn your foods. Instead of obsessing over one single food, build an overall pattern emphasizing vegetables, fruit, whole grains, beans, fish, nuts, seeds, healthy oils, and lean protein sources. Trans fats are the category we want to minimize whenever possible. Historically, manufacturers created trans fats through hydrogenation, which made liquid vegetable oils more solid and shelf stable, and also cheaper. Trans fats are associated with an unfavorable cardiovascular profile. They increase LDL cholesterol, decrease your healthy HDL cholesterol, promote inflammation, and negatively affect blood vessel function. They were once common in packaged cookies, crackers, donuts, pastries, some margarines, fried foods, frostings, and other processed foods. They are much less common today, but reading ingredient lists is still useful. Look for the words partially hydrogenated oil. If you see these, choose another product when possible. This is also a good reminder not to rely entirely on front of the package claims such as natural, low fat, or made with whole grains. Turn the package over. Look at what's actually in the food you're eating. Most of your diet can come from foods that do not need complicated ingredient lists in the first place. Fruits, vegetables, fish, eggs, beans, nuts, and other minimally processed foods. So how much dietary fat do you actually need? As a general guideline in this program, approximately 20 to 30% of your daily calories can come from fat, with individual needs varying according to caloric intake, activity, and your body composition goals. So for example, at 2,000 calories per day, 25% of calories from fat equals about 500 calories. And because fat contains 9 calories per gram, that's roughly 55 grams of fat. The exact number is less important than eating enough healthy fat while remaining within your caloric target. Going extremely low in fat may reduce meal satisfaction, increase your hunger, interfere with the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, and make the diet a lot more difficult to maintain. At the same time, healthy fats are very calorically dense. A tablespoon of olive oil is 120 calories, and a medium avocado is 240 to 300 depending upon the size. So think of healthy fats as concentrated nutrition. A little bit goes a long way. Focus first on quality: fish, nuts, seeds, avocado, and olive oil. Then develop your awareness of the portion size that you're eating. Let's turn the science into everyday habits. First, cook at home more often. When you prepare your own meals, you control the ingredients, cooking method, portion size, and type of oil. Second, include fatty fish regularly. Salmon, trout, sardines, mackerel, herring all provide excellent protein sources along with omega-3 fats and several micronutrients. Third, make simple snack upgrades. You might replace chips with a small handful of almonds, cookies with apple and peanut butter, or candy with Greek yogurt and walnuts. Fourth, add healthy fats intentionally rather than automatically. Add avocado to a sandwich, walnuts to oatmeal, seeds to a salad, a little bit of olive oil to roasted vegetables, or even chia seeds to yogurt. When eating out, choose grilled foods more often than fried. Ask for the dressing on the side, and remember that restaurant portions can be larger than what you would typically make at home. Once again, the goal is not perfection. A flexible eating pattern that is mostly nutrient dense but still leaves room for celebrations, vacation, and meals with friends and family is going to be much easier to sustain. So let's review. Dietary fat is essential. It supports hormone production, brain health, vitamin absorption, recovery, and meal satisfaction. Unsaturated fats should make up most of your fat intake. Saturated fats can fit into your diet in moderation, and trans fats should be minimized whenever possible. Within the program, adequate dietary fat can help support satisfaction and adherence to caloric restriction. But because fat is calorically dense, portion awareness remains important. Remember, the best nutrition plan is not the plan that looks perfect on paper. It is the plan that you can consistently follow. So as we continue through this program, we're putting the pieces together. Calories, protein, carbohydrates, and dietary fats. These are not simply facts to memorize, they are skills you can use to build an eating program that supports your health and your body composition long term. Into our next course or class, we're going to be switching into a maintenance phase. That means we're going to discuss eating more calories and working on maintaining any fat loss we've gained so far, and working on understanding how to maintain our weight without gaining, without losing. Before we finish, consider where you are in your own behavior change process. Are you preparing for change? Maybe you're reading labels, buying different groceries, planning lunches, or cooking more often. Are you taking action? Perhaps you're drinking a little bit more water, including more vegetables at dinner, choosing healthier fats, or preparing more meals at home. But also plan for setbacks. Keep in mind this is a process. If things didn't work out one time, think about what will I do the next time I overeat or get off track. It's a matter of simply getting back to what we're working on and our goals and continuing to move forward. So if you go over your calories one day, that does not mean starving yourself the next. It means the next day we get right back on track with our caloric goals. So give yourself a little grace in this process, meaning don't beat yourself up if you do not reach perfection, because that's not our goal. Our goal is working on eating healthier, learning how to eat, and fitting everything into our caloric goals. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you at the next course.